Welcome into IllinoisPrep.com. Skylar King talking girls high school swimming. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at SkylarIPrep. Visit the message boards. Let me know what you're thinking. Just put up a new girls swimming top 10 based on some recent results. Was a marathon week for me. Going to swim meets. Went to 4 of them. One Tuesday, one Thursday, 2 on Saturday. 2 invites, my first invites of the year. And actually just got some results from Friday today. Glenbrook North, Glenbrook South duel, which, as you see with a lot of dual meets, the final score probably didn't indicate how close the meet was. Some really big races in the free relays, and, I'm sure very exciting meet to be at. I guess the biggest news from the weekend would all sort of be surrounding Neuqua Valley. On Thursday, they got upset in a dual meet against St. Charles East, which, when you think about the depth, and I've talked about that Neuqua has, especially in the sprint freestyles, they're probably, at full strength, can beat anyone in a dual meet in the state other than New Trier. And so they were missing a couple girls for various reasons on Thursday, and St. Charles East flat out came to play, and they showed up all over the board. Emma Smith, 206 in the IM, which was a season's best. They went 334 in the 400 relay, which is a statewide best for this season. As far as I know, I haven't heard of anyone going faster than that, and really just ambushed Neuqua. And so that shows you that St. Charles East, if they want to get up for somebody, can really get after it again. And this is all despite the fact that Nicole Chapko still is not competing in what are her 2 best events, that are the IM and the breaststroke. But Chapko, Emma Smith, Garvin, they've got a core there that they're going to put some relays together at the end of the year, and still be a team that you have to deal with come the state meet. And then Saturday from Neuqua, they got one of their 2 girls back, and they went out, won the Rosary Invitational, the first team other than Rosary to win that Invitational, which just began in 2006, so relatively new invite, but to go and beat Rosary. No Molly Coons, but I really don't think it would matter. The final score was a pretty wide margin that I don't think Molly Coons would have really made up, but I am excited for tomorrow. We're recording on Monday. Tomorrow, I get to go back to Marmion to see Fenwick Rosary dual meet, and both teams should be at full strength. I saw Fenwick Tuesday, Swimwoke Park, no Mimi Schneider. That was the second meet I went to on Saturday. Fenwick Invitational, Mimi Schneider back in the fold, and Fenwick looked really tough. They had their 400 relay went 337. That probably could have, or should have been a 35, maybe even a 34 high, because Kara Borkovic went 54.7 flat out and 56 relay split. Obviously it wasn't a crucial situation that everyone needed to go their fastest possible time, but certainly you see the potential there if she would have gone comparable to what she went in the Open, that Fenwick's 400 relay was in top form. And Schneider's going to be on all 3 of those relays, and they're all going to be in contention, and have it would shock me if all 3 of Fenwick's relays didn't find a way to make it into the top 6, and that's why they're one of the top 5 teams in the state as far as I'm concerned. And again, this going back to this Glenbrook meet, this is the first one that I saw that you really saw what Glenbrook South can do with those relays. Smoliga on all 3, swam the 50 free, not the backstroke, but 51.5 in the medley was probably the not as impressive as what they did in the free relays with Smoliga on there, a 51 anchor and a 23.1 anchor. Again, just showing that she's the top sprinter in the state, and it is really going to make Glenbrook South relays tough at the end of the year. And then I saw Hinsdale Central, Lyons Township. Lyons Township's better than I thought they were going to be this year after losing Groya and Madeline Moeller. They've got some sprinters. We talk about VTech, and they got another Wygand. It seems like They just keep coming. 5:10 for Wygant and the 500, a really nice time. And so good times all over the place that I saw from this past week. Going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll discuss a little more about what the new top 10 looks like and a few more big times from this past weekend. Again, follow me on Twitter at SkylerIPrep. Check out the top times list. That'll be updated pretty soon with tons of meet results that we got from this past week. They're going to be updated over the next day or so, so be looking out for that update. When we come back, more girls swimming here at IllinoisPrep.com. Welcome back in, IllinoisPrep.com. Skyler King here. Again, I talked about some updates with the top 10. So basically, what the two big changes were: St. Charles East jumping Hinsdale Central. The 334, just you can't ignore that. I mean, that's the state record's only a 26, and so for St. Charles East to be going to 34 in the middle of September is just an incredible time. And if you give them even, conservative tapers at the end of the year, you're going to be looking at, probably a sub 30 400 relay if they all, are able to drop from the times they did against Neuqua. Now, they did something similar in the middle of the year last year and didn't even go as fast at sectional. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out if these girls who are more experienced now learn from that and, went out and didn't do too much in a, basically a meaningless dual meet that you're just going out there for pride in September. And so I gave St. Charles East the jump from 8 to 7. The other one that we finally got some more results in on Downers Grove North, it's become clear that Downers Grove North's probably going to be a top 10 team again this year. Obviously, they lost Haley Sims, huge loss, 2 state championships individually, a state record on the medley relay with her sisters, and Allison Soper, who also graduated. But they've brought in 2 very nice freshmen who are going to complement the Sims sisters very well. And when you talk about Gabby, who's, give her 2 third places in my opinion, to be the fly in the backstroke, that'd be 24 points. And they just went 337 in the 400 relay. And the Sims girls especially are experienced big meet swimmers. They're going to be able to make a move at the end of the year, get that relay to scoring. And, the 200 free relay is probably one that, based on their times, they probably could go after the 200 relay rather than the medley. I think it's about 50-50 which one would be better to go after. But either way, it looks like you're going to get 2 relays in. Gabby twice. Maddie just went 154 in the 200 free last weekend. And, that puts her right in the mix with the other top swimmers in the state, some of which are in that 153 range, like James, who aren't going to swim it. And so you can sort of see where she might project in that 200 free, perhaps moving out of the IM that she swam last year. And that would also be an indication that they might not go after the medley relay because, it's tough to jump right out of a relay and swim that very next event, especially when you got to go, longer than 100. It's a little easier to jump out of the 200 relay and go the backstroke or the breaststroke than to jump out of the medley and to swim at 200. So Downers North making the move. You knew they had the Sims sisters. It was about what were they going to be able to put around them, and the relay times are fast enough that you can see that they have enough talent with these freshmen to make another run at the top 10. I still think Sandberg's very viable top 10 team, but based on what you're seeing right now at Downers North, it's impossible to ignore. Again, the rest of the rankings pretty stable. I mean, I really think that top 5 is solid. I just can't see, barring jumps or something really unforeseen, that top 5 of New Trier, Rosary, Loyola, and Neuqua and Fenwick, I can't see anyone else making it into that top 5. I can see some movement within that top 5, but really no one else cracking in there. I think Glenbrook South's a very solid 6th, and then with the switch. St. Charles, Hinsdale, Lake Forest, and Rachel Starr's still my senior swimmer of the year pick. 5 flat in the 500 free against New Trier on the 10th. You know, that's her marquee event. And of course the 200 free, she's still my pick for senior swimmer. So season's starting to take shape. I'll be at the Sandberg Invite this Saturday, Marmion tomorrow for the Fenwick dual meet, and Thursday I'll probably be at the Neuqua St. Charles North dual meet. So 3 meets this week, taking a little break after 4 last week. But until next time, as always, you can follow me at Skylar iPrep. Hit up the message boards, let me know what you think of the new rankings or any of the top times that are being posted, and we will see you next time here at IllinoisPrep.com.